The first thing that you've got to do if you want people to like you is that you've got to become genuinely interested in them. People can tell when you're truly interested in them, and people will respond favorably to you when you show a genuine interest in who they are, what they think, what they do for a living, and what they enjoy doing for recreation. Yes, become genuinely interested in them. The second thing that you've got to do if you want people to like you is that you've got to smile. People automatically return a smile, and you can actually cultivate happiness when you smile. Give every person you meet the best smile that you ever smiled in your life, even your own wife and children. And I'll tell you, it'll make you feel good about yourself. The third thing you've got to do if you want people to like you is that you've got to remember that a person's name is, to that person, the sweetest and most important sound in any language. Use a person's name often. The fourth thing that you've got to do if you want people to like you is that you've got to become a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. The fifth thing that you've got to do if you want people to like you is that you've got to talk in terms of the other person's interest. Find out what makes them tick. Find out where their passion lies. Almost everybody thinks that they're better than average when it comes to communication. This is simply how each one of us is wired. When we try to communicate with somebody and they don't get it, our natural inclination is to think that the problem is with them. As far as I can tell, this rule basically states that when a person's words don't seem to fit their tone of voice or their body language, then words only account for 7% of the total message, while tone of voice accounts for 38% and body language accounts for 55%. A good example of incongruence in verbal versus nonverbal communication is when someone says, "I don't have a problem with you," but they avoid eye contact. They look anxious or nervous, and they have their arms crossed. In other words, in this situation, their actions speak louder than their words. You've got to have good information in order to make decisions that are wise. Yes, when it comes to making any type of decision, do your best to make sure that the information that you have is relevant. Make sure that it's truthful, and make sure that you understand it. Let me ask you this. Is your ability to communicate clearly one of the reasons why everybody considers